family. Appreciate you for joining me. Welcome in to another exciting episode of the Ragu Show. Uh, First of all, let's get a little housekeeping done. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Uh, Majorly the likes. Can we please get the likes to be at least half of the views or all of the views? It's cool. Just hit the like button. That's all. Thank you very much. We appreciate the feedback. Also with the comments. Also, my sponsor, shebangboutique.com, S-H-E Bang Boutique, S-H-E-E Bang Boutique.com. Go over there, get your some stuff. All right, so welcome back. Now, flying solo today, straight Raider Ragu show today. Raider Ragu. Now, I gotta start off with the I told you so to the people because if you guys are listening to me on the last podcast, I told you guys the Rams wasn't gonna get rid of Matthew Stafford. Why? It just didn't make sense. They damn near beat the Eagles. They damn near beat the Eagles, who destroyed the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Yet for some crazy reason, they just gonna give up on the QB that's 37 and playing well. Yeah, he gets hurt a little bit, but who's better? Who better? Was man? Please, I never fell for that, and we see what happened. They leveraged the league's value, like I said, of uh, of Stafford, and then they re-upped him and made him comfortable with something the team could live with and something he could live with, him and his family could live with, because they didn't want to leave LA anyway. So I told you on that. Anyway, so now what though for the Raiders? Was just listening to another podcast that I like to listen to. My boy Q, always mentioning. He played another podcast, Max's podcast. I forget the name of it, right? Rush, right? So Max was saying that he basically is down with Aaron Rodgers being the Q, and he laid out his reasons why. And anybody that's been watching football for the last, you know, decade and a half or so knows why. You know, he's a multi MVP winner, um, perennially top passer in yardage, all that type of stuff, completion percentage. Just one of the great quarterbacks, really, of all time. Yeah, he is 41 years old, just turned 41 in December. But, you know, from Max's point of view, and I'm not sure that I don't disagree, a 41 next year, 42-year-old, it'll be this year, but it's in December, 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers is better than a lot of 20 or 32-year-olds, I should say, right? I ain't say 22 because those are college kids now, or rookies. Of course, he's better than most rookies, but he's better than a lot of guys that's in their prime at the age that he is now. Let's be honest. If we got him, he would be top 10 still, I would say. It'd be an argument that he was a top 10 Q in the league right at this moment. So they're contemplating, you know, Max said, I ain't saying the Raiders are contemplating that. Max said he's down with that. I'm not sure that I don't agree with Max. I'm not going to sit up here and say if they announce in the next week that we get Aaron Rodgers that I would be mad. All right. Um, Darnold didn't get franchise tag, so there's still talk that the Raiders might go with him. I heard some little, I don't know if it was bull jive or not. I heard some little rumblings of that's who Chip Kelly wants to go with. Chip Kelly being the new offensive coordinator, right? Just came from college, Ohio State, the national champions. He wants Darnold. Um, so I mean, that's the report. So I don't know if that's true or not. But Darnold's still out there now. He's a young guy that could be signed to a multi-year deal. Rodgers is an older guy that can just be signed to a, you know, kind of a deal requisite with his experience that they both, the team and him, can live with. Perhaps a option for the team and for year three, have a practical 2 year out with some decent money in there for him. Um, Darnold, like I said, we multi-year deal. On another note, today, just right now, before I start recording for this show, they told Minshew he won't be brought back. We kind of all already knew that, but they made it official. So Minshew won't be brought back. He won't be in the silver and black next year. They're gonna give him $3 million to take his ball and go home, as we say. And I'm sure he's cool with that. Chance to sign on with another team immediately, take the check for $3 million with him in his van and roll. You understand what I'm saying? Uh, Not gonna spend another time on Gardner. He was what he was. I thought he was better than he was when he became a Raider. Um, Obviously, he a lot of his time was spent in that Luke Getsy offense. Not sure if he would have been better served with just being with Scott Turner the whole time. I'm kind of leaning towards that way, but still, he wasn't the answer. He wasn't really as good as I thought he was. But I also want to put the caveat in there that it was Scangarello and Luke Getsy coaching him for the Raiders. So, take with that, what you may. But that's the deal with him. He's gone. Now, moving on to the draft. And still in the quarterback theme, though, we still talk about the QB because with the Raiders, you know what I'm saying, man? If we don't get the QB nailed this season, bro, it's like we're a joke. We're unserious. The QB position has to be nailed this time, bro. So now there's reports out of the combine that Cameron Ward from the University of Miami has jumped clearly past Shador Sanders in the QB1, QB2 talk. They're even starting to have a little circulations and rumblings about other guys coming up and passing Shador and putting him down to QB3 talk now. So all that says to me is our guy is falling to us. I don't know if it's propaganda that they're putting out there. Dion working the back end, pause, and they trying to discourage Cleveland from taking a chance on Sanders. Um, I believe if he can get by Cleveland, I don't think the New York Giants will take him. And obviously, we got some shoes to, the other foot to drop, so to speak, and some free agency, some quarterbacks that's free agents right now. So, like Rodgers, like Darnold. One of them end up in New York, the New York Giants, and we know they won't be taking a quarterback. Uh, we expect Tennessee to take Ward. If they don't, and they take, let's say, Travis Hunter, then they will. Cleveland will probably take Ward. We're thinking. I'm thinking, and then the getting past New York would be the only thing if they didn't get one of the free agent quarterbacks. But if they did, now um, Ward is either gone first or second. Hunter is either gone first or second. New England doesn't need him. The Giants have their quarterback, and Jacksonville doesn't need a quarterback either. So he's down to six, Shador. So that could be a scenario. I'm good. I'm cool with that, bro. Then we got Shador Sanders as our QB. So right now, I'm almost giving up on the Fields talk, but that's my original plan. was to get Fields and draft one of these running backs that we about to talk about, um, and instantly become one of the best running teams, one of the top rushing teams in the National Football League. And then I gave you the correlation with the top rushing teams and playoffs. They go hand in hand. Every team that was a top rushing team went to the playoffs. I believe every team that was a top rushing team won a playoff game. I would have to check that, but they all went to the offs. So now you talk about getting yourself into the mix immediately. That's how you do it, bro. You become the top rushing team in the league, or near the top. It's like duh. You know what I'm saying? You can be passy, throwing the ball all around like Cincinnati. What did Cincinnati do last year? Exactly. It's the formula is easy, and then D up. You understand? So I haven't given up totally on Fields, but it has cooled a bit as of late. It looks like the Steelers might want to bring him back, but he they didn't um, pick up his option on his rookie deal, so he's a free agent. He can go wherever. He can go wherever. So it can still happen. You know, they could be running at high Kelly's offense with one of these running backs we're gonna talk about. All right, but it has cooled a bit. All right, so but that's where I'm still at. But I'm gonna put Rodgers in there. I ain't gonna lie. So Ward, Sanders, Fields, or Aaron Rodgers, bro. That's the either four of them. I feel like it's realistic. All right, either four of them. I feel like we can win games next year. Either four of them is better than what we've had. Either four of them will have us winning games. So that's where I'm at, like right there on the QB situation. Hey, yeah, shout out to my pops. What's up, pops? Thanks for watching. Pops is the number one fan. He watches us on YouTube. He knows more about the Raiders and seen more Raider games than all y'all. The original Raider fans. So what's up, Dad? Thanks for watching. So now let's get into the draft a little bit. All right, the running backs. I was sitting here. I was like, man, let me see if I could list a half dozen. And I got to a half dozen running backs so fast, man. I was like, let me see if I could go for 10. I ended up going for 10. Man, I actually went over. I think I got about 12 guys right here. So before the combine, I was already thinking about names like, and I did a video on one of these guys I'm about to say, Ollie Gordon. Remember that video? If you guys mess with my channel, y'all know that I did a video on him, show him do his stuff and why he could be a good player for us. But check these names. I like Judkins and Henderson. So both of the running backs for Chip Kelly's offense in college. I'm down with either one of them. Gentee, of course. People have him as the number one back. Omarion Hampton from the University of North Carolina. Sleeper pick, I feel like, in this draft. People not really talking about him, but this guy's a full load and he's fast. Big guy that can run. And I already said Ollie Gordon. All right. Previous to this, also, I had spoke on Mullings, Kalel Mullings from Michigan. I didn't do a video, but I spoke on him. I probably still gonna do a video. I'm going to do a video on him because I like what I saw him uh, in action. Bigger guy. We need big backs, but if we're gonna get a free agent back, that's a big back that we might not need a Mullings. I'm just saying all these different combinations of guys that we go with. So before the Combine, I was talking about Mullings. If you guys watch any of the shows in the last couple of weeks, I keep talking about what happened to Caleb Johnson at Iowa. Why nobody's talking about him? Okay, um, so that's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven guys already, right? Shit, just multiple running backs that are going to be able to play in the NFL. I'm going to be decent. I didn't even mention a couple guys. Then, uh, so the running back draft is deep. This draft is deep of running backs. What are the Raiders going to do after the combine? All right. So I named those seven guys after the combine. Guys that made a name for themselves. One guy, even after the Senior Bowl / combine, name got kind of attached to the Raiders. So I guess the Raiders might have hollered at him. Somebody acts as if they know something. Anyhow, that's Trevor Etienne. If that name sounds familiar, that is Travis Etienne that plays for Jacksonville. That's his little bro. He just played for the University of Georgia. They say he can run out the backfield, catch the football, run between the tackles, do it all. Third down, three down guy is what they're saying this kid is. By Shul too, Virginia Tech made a name for herself in the combine. A kid to watch out for, a name to watch out for. Dylan Sampson, Tennessee, volunteer, guy that made a name for himself in the draft. Impressed with his overall abilities, catching out the backfield being one of them. Also, two more guys, Jaden Blue, University of Texas, and RJ Harvey, Central Florida. These guys made names for themselves after the combine. So that gets us up to like, 12 guys, right? 13 guys. 12. It would be 13 guys because I didn't even talk about the guy, Neal from Kansas. And I didn't talk about the other running back from Michigan, Edwards, who people think he's going to be a good um, pro running back, Donovan Edwards. He made a name for himself at the combine as well. So we got all these running backs, bro. All we got to do is not F this up, right? We got to get the right combination. Um, I heard they called Jameer Gibbs and Montgomery over at Detroit, Sonic and Knuckles. Whatever you want to call them, Thunder and Lightning. You're gonna need that for you old school Raider fans. Garner and Wheatley. All right, Garner, Wheatley, running quarterback was Richie Gannon, which he wasn't a running quarterback. He was a quarterback who could run. Ran for 500 yards one year. Look it up. Think I'm BS. That year the Raiders were number one team in the league in rushing. That year the Raiders went to the NFC Championship. I'm just saying, bro. The formula has been set, right? Blocking and tackling is football. So if you block it up and run the football, you'll win anyway. So we got to pair either two of these guys and then the guys that we have, or we got to get a free agent guy and one of these guys to pair with one or two of the guys that we have. Create a running back room, bro. It has that bang and that power, pause, the speed, and the big big guy on the loose. You understand? You need that guy that can slam it in there, pause. You need that speed guy, and you probably need two of each. So I feel like in this draft we can find that we can get two of these dudes. I feel with our picks that we have. Um, so let me know in the comments, guys and ladies, if there's another person, another running back that I left out. There is another running back too. One of the friends of the show, Coop's daughter, had mentioned. My bad, I didn't get to your guy. I think his name is Martinez. Um, it's just guys, bro. So let me know. You think there's any combination of these guys with the guys that we have with a free agent running back. When I say free agent running back, y'all know who I'm talking about. Najee. I'm thinking we can bring Najee Harris in. Coop was talking about Dobbins. I think a couple other folks, but I'm thinking Najee. Uh, we also talked about Aaron Jones. So right combination. I know PD likes to run the football. Uh, I'm just wondering where their heads at with this. They're gonna bring in a veteran and a rookie, or a veteran and two rookies, or they just gonna bring in two rookies and keep one of the guys they have. We'll see. But the running back situation looks good. They just gotta not blow it. And then the quarterback situation is not looking bad either. With Shador, kind of seems like he's falling to us. And then we also have Fields still available, Rodgers still available, as a legal tampering period starts next week. By the time I do another show, the legal tampering period will have started or will be right in it, to where I will have to talk about something that has just happened. You understand? So, you know what? I'm not gonna hold you guys. I'm gonna leave it right there. The QB situation unsettled, and the running back situation, although unsettled, I'm happy about the choices in running backs and the different ways that we could go. The It's gonna be cool to see in the next few months what happens, uh, because it's an exciting time. Basically, that we don't know what's gonna go down right now. Everybody's tripping. It's a lot of movement, but you know, I named what I want to happen right there. We got Fields, we got Sanders, Ward, Rogers. Any of these 12, 13 running backs, a combination of them, I'm good with. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like I always say, just win, baby, and peace.